Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Monday, June the 8th, the year's 2020. Let's talk trading. Earning your stripes. Now, there's been a surge of new traders. Welcome aboard. People watching the videos, coming to the group here, the Facebook group right there. They've been sending me emails. And so, like I said, welcome aboard. And people have been asking me, teach me to trade, help me to trade. I've been losing money. I want to stop. I know I can do this. So I think a long time ago, I don't, you can probably look on my YouTube videos. I talked about black belt trading. And what I'm thinking is that, you know, you have to earn your stripes. You start out as a private, then you're a corporal, then you're a sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major. You move up. You do things to earn your stripes, and it's not about time put in, even though time put in is a contributing factor. It's whether or not you've achieved a level of skill, of proficiency, and that's what we're going to focus on. And I've got an idea, and hopefully some of you will participate. Now, I want you all to know and remember one thing. These videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional, okay? And so, one of the first things in earning your stripes is controlling the losses. I had a trader tell me he took a pretty big hit this morning. I'm not going to rat you out who you are, but if you're listening, you know who I'm talking about. Um, you cannot afford to lose any more on one particular trade than you're willing to lose. So if you've got $1,000 account and you divide it up by 20 pieces, that's $50. You can't afford to lose more than $50 on that one trade. Okay? Because if you use these methods, you shouldn't lose 10 trades in a row. I mean, unless the market, you're just unlucky and the market's just going against you, that's about the only way you're going to lose 10 trades in a row, unless you're not paying attention and you're just doing whatever the heck you want to do. You're not following the rules. You're not following the plan. You're just, as we call it, airballing the trades. Okay? So that's number one. And number two, you're going to start out small. Maybe it's a penny a pip. Maybe it's a dime a pip. Maybe it's a dollar a pip. Whatever. But we're going to start small. It's like you go in the gym. You don't start over there with the 500-pound weights. No. Maybe you start with the 50s or the 60s and you work your way up to the 500s. It's going to take time. You're going to have to expend the effort. Okay? And in fact, I was talking to the one trader, and I actually said, put your wife on the phone. Because I told him that, that I told his wife, you stand over him with the hammer. If he doesn't follow the plan, you hit him on the head. Now, I'm joking, of course. But so I said, what we're going to do is that you stand over him. And if he doesn't follow the rules, he has to put $20 or $50 in the she shack fund because she's building this garden shack. So you know who you are. So that's the deal, okay? Because we're going to turn you into a profitable trader. We're not going to allow you to do what you've been doing, okay? So you got to get the risk management side down. You're not going to lose too much. The money management, you're going to learn to take a pip or two, and you're going to learn to do it over and over and over again. And so you might get 5 trades of 1 or 2 pips, and you end the day 5 or 10 pips up. But that's a lot better than ending the day, 10 or 20 pips down. Once again, you're going to learn how to take a tiny pips, and then you're going to learn how to take bigger pips. Okay? And the other thing is, as I mentioned, we're going to cut down all the variables. Okay? We're going to cut down all of the variables that we possibly can. You're going to trade one pair. That's it. Forget the rest. You don't need a dashboard. You're going to trade one pair. Okay? You're going to trade one direction. You're either going to be a green rat or a red rat. That's it. You're going to have that one method, one pair, one method, one direction. We're going to cut out all the variables. So you don't worry about, do I go short or long? No, you choose the direction, and you say you're only going to look for half of the entries, the long entries, if you're a green rat, or the red entries if you're a red rat. That's it, because we're starting out. You're a white belt, so you get your training wheels. You only get to do a little bit. You're not going to do no flying spin kicks, okay? That's not the way this works. We're going to work on your brain management. You're not going to have any FOLO, fear of losing out. Okay, you're not going to have any FOMO, fear of missing out. You're going to realize that there's always going to be another bus coming into that station. Okay, just a matter, you wait. You're not going to have any ROMO, regret of missing out, because once again, there's going to be another bus. Okay, you're not going to have any ROGO, regret of getting out. Why? Because when you get out, you're putting pips in your pocket. You're not going to worry about what happens next. You're going to just forget all that nonsense. And finally, we're going to get rid of the ROBs, the regret of being stupid. You're going to follow the plan. You're not going to do anything stupid. You're going to have your position size down, your stop loss down. You're going to take profit when the market presents itself. Okay? And so you're going to alleviate all the pain, all the stress, all the mental anguish, because you're not going to have any of these anymore, because the pain comes from your reaction to the market. So if you're in a trade and you're feeling pain, it's probably because of one of these. But we're going to change that. So we're going to get your mind right, as they used to say in Cool Hand Luke. Now, let's take a look here. Oh, the pound dollar filled the gap. Yesterday it hadn't filled it, so we've got 1, 2 that haven't filled the weekly gap. So once again, you see how powerful that is. And the daily, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green candles in a row. When's it going to turn? You see these higher lows here and a flat top? That thing could pop, or it could turn. We'll just have to wait and see. Trade what you see, right? Not what you think, not what you want. I'm going to be pulling out a lot of the old things I talked about almost a decade ago, or whenever I started making these YouTube videos. Because somebody said, can't you put together a easy to follow, blah, blah, blah. It's like, look, I made videos for 8 years. Go back in the beginning. I think on just about every one of my methods, here's how I came up with the method, so you can understand my thinking, my logic, how I came out with the statistics. And then you can see how, using those statistics, I put the system together, whether it's the rat, the buy zone, the wick zone, etc. Okay, so you just have to go through and look at the videos, because right now I'm doing what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I'm not going to change. Okay, so all those things are out there, and I'm happy to answer questions either through out on the forums or the Facebook group, or if you ask something that's I can answer it here in a video. I've done that before. Okay, inside bar on the monthly, you see price came back in and scooted right back out. It's up by 56 pips. Horizontal line trade. In fact, somebody who was saying something about understanding what I do and all these different methods I show, look, from screen to screen, all you see are horizontal lines. What do? You trade at the line with the color where the candle's moving. Okay, now in this case right here on the daily, yeah, that would have been a red candle. Okay, but probably on the hourly or 5-minute or something was green when it was going across. Okay, something was green when it was going across. Maybe it was a 1 minute. It's possible that maybe there was a 1 minute that opened just above it, dropped below it, and then came back across it. So at the tick level, it was moving up. But the point is, I can't think of any of my methods that really isn't trading at a horizontal line. Okay, on the ranges, you see we've got a bunch over 100 for the day. So far, it looks like we're setting up on an inside bar here that today's high is just below yesterday's or Friday's high. And the buy zone, here we go, another method. Yesterday, price was up here when I made the video, but I said we had a bias, so there was no short trade. Well, look what happened. We got a short trigger here, and then it did take out the pivot. Now, the pivot was only 5 pips below, but the point is, it was still, you could have taken that or even more. And that's just how it works sometimes. Yeah, maybe if you got in here, you took a little heat, it pulled back. You may have even gotten stopped out right here, but then you had a chance to make it up and then some. But normally, some people put their stop just above the open if they go short. Some people put it right here at the edge of the buy zone. That's up to you. Rat zone. Here we go. Let's see, I've got that on M5. We can move it up to M15. Come on, computer. But you can see we poked into the rat zone, came back out. We're poking back in again. Oh, and for the traders out there, if you bring your cursor down here and hold down the left button and move it to the left, you see how it scrunches? Then if you hold it down and move it to the right, it expands. That's how you can change the width of the candles here. Once again, pivot, weekly pivot down here at 25.73. We're not there yet. Missed pivot. We took out that one. We still have two missed pivots for the month of June so far. We cleared out all the Mays. Hey, look at this. We were in the wick zone earlier when I made the previous video, but you see we came out of it. Once again, horizontal lines, trading at the line, proves to be profitable. Here on the price action chart, once again, just trading with the green candle at the line and the red candle at. That's it. But you got to learn how to do it. You got to learn how to take a pip, then two, then maybe 4 or 5. You have to learn how to take what the market gives you. In fact, we're just looking at the pound earlier. I was talking to a trader, and I think it was right around the one. Let's see. Let's put it up on the H1 chart. Yeah, it was this last hour, price was right here. There was an inside bar. I said, he was thinking, oh, I want to short it. I go, why would you want to short it? It's got all these higher lows and we got a flat top. I say, if anything, this thing's going to pop through. Well, guess what, boys and girls? Right there, it broke through, and it broke through to about what? It was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 pips could have been had off of that trade. 12 there. What was this? What was the high of this one? 12, 4. Yeah, you could have maybe 8 pips off of that one trade. You could have taken the double low trade, or you could have taken the breakout of the inside bar, or you could have taken the breakout of this high. But he was thinking short, and I'm going, but the chart is telling you long. In fact, he even had the candle color multimeter, and it's all green. That's a 2x4 upside the head type of, if you would have gone short. I mean, really, what were you thinking? Don't think. You don't need to think. You need to look at what the chart's telling you and act and trade accordingly. It's not that difficult. I'm kind of picking on the one guy, but I'm not really trying to pick on him to be mean. I'm just trying to point out that, you can be profitable. You just have to have a plan and trade your plan and stick to it and not jump from method to method or pair to pair or whatever. You pick a pair, you pick a direction, you pick a method, you stick to it, you learn it. And then after a while, it'll become second nature. It's kind of like wax on, wax off. In fact, I nicknamed him Grasshopper. So, anyway, that's it for today. So, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is you're just going to take the breakouts of the previous H1 candle, either to the high side or low side. Right here, maybe you got your fingers burned, but maybe you didn't take the trade because guess what? You're in the upper rat zone. So, That's it. It's not what you trade,